What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and I'm just gonna make the end here for 2021 Spirit Halloween Flagship store. Now, this is part 2 of 2, and again, Shorty Seam isn't gonna be in the shot. I'm not gonna probably bother to show it. I'll probably just cut this off once I'm done with the video clip. This will be literally everything that was not in part 1, so back theme, animatronics, shelves, and everything, and then that's all. That does seem like a lot more, because this is a longer part, just for the back theme, but the back theme is big, and also including all the animatronics, that's a lot of different little parts and stuff. Kind of like, basically just think of it as like giant letters and stuff that I usually make. But I think that's where I'm going to just snip off the clip because, well, the rest isn't really that relevant since you've already seen it. But yeah, that being said, enjoy the tutorial. But what the next step is the back theme. So I think we're going to do pretty much most or all of the back theme, and then I'm going to take a short little break again. Well, I don't actually take breaks, I just save video clips and then move on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the animatronics and then the shelves, and then we're done. So it's not a ton left, but the back theme is the biggest theme. So, clear inventory and get out, stone. Stone stairs. Stone slabs. Polished diorite slabs. Smooth stone slabs. Which one did I use? I used some sort of copper thing. Okay, it is the waxed weathered cut copper slabs again. A light block of your choice. This one is not going to be seen, so it does not matter. And this part only works in bedrock, by the way, with the lights. And then we shall go with brick block and paintings. You do need a little bit more. But what you want to do to start off is you want to come to basically the conveyor belt, and you want to come to this back another brick block of the first little conveyor belt section, which is this one, this block, and you want to come to this diorite slab. You want to count from this diorite slab left by 7. 1, 2. And on that 7th smooth stone, you want to place, moving up, 3 stone. You then want to bring that top stone forward with a stone block, upside down stone slab, 2 stone, and then connect down. Just like that. You then want to bring that back row of stone. Give me a moment here. Do I have an image of it? Please tell me I do. Good, I do. You want to bring that left row of stone back by, hang on, 8. Just like that. You then want to take these back 3 blocks and you want to extend them up by 3. Just like that. Now, what you want to do next is you're going to basically take this back row of this wall here. Hang on. Alright, you actually want to bring this row of stone forward by an additional row. And then what you want to do is you want to take this back row and you want to bring it left by 8. Now, when you do this, you want to place all the rows except for the top row of stone. There is a little wall here from the theme. I don't really know what it is. Oh, no, don't do the top block. But yeah, just like that. Now, switching gears, what you want to do is you want to come back to that first row of stone you placed. And you want to come to the top block. You want to bring it back with a stone block, back with an upside down stone slab, back with 2 stone, connect down. You then want to bring that row up with a row of stone slabs, or this bottom section here, just like that. And then you want to basically connect it together in the middle, and you want to, I guess, roof it off, just like that. You then want to surround this part in upside down stone stairs. Now, on the side, once you get to the first row where it goes higher, you want to place an upside down stone stair curling into that wall. And then once you hit the other side, the end block, again, you want to curl it in once you hit that next block. Just like that. So as you can see, if I go to the bottom here, it basically ends right when this last row of stone ends, and these stairs go 1 block further before curling into nothing on this side and into this wall. Now, you want to basically bring this stone stair that's curled in, you want to just bring it left with stone. You then want to bring that row of stone that you brought. Do you want to bring these 4 stones that you or these stones that you brought? You want to bring the blocks that you brought left from that upside down stone stair up by 2. And then you want to bring that upside down stone stair also up with 2 stone. Extend these top 2 stones right by an additional 4 blocks. And then bring that end block down with an upside down stone stair. That should be facing, I believe, backward. Yeah. And then you can bring that upside down stone stair forward by, give me a sec, 6. Right by 6. And then back by, I believe, 6. And that 6 block should curl into nothing again. Fill in the center of that with stone slabs except for that back row of stairs. Because that back row of stairs, you want to connect these back 2 upside down stone stairs you want to connect together with stone. And then bring that row of stone up by 2. And also bring that stone. You can bring that. Can you bring that stone stair? No, you don't want to bring that stone stair up with anything, sorry. But you do want to bring the rest, upside down stone stairs, you want to connect them together with stone, and bring the stone up by 2. And connect that top wall. Just like that. This is kind of what I'm talking about when I'm saying it's very stony. This one's a little bit more detailed. Well, that's so close. But this one's just all stone, because I don't really know how to, go about detailing it. What you want to do is you want to take these 2 front corners of the stone slabs, and you want to connect them down to the ground with stone. You then want to basically take these stones, and you want to bring them, I guess, in with stone slab, or inward, basically inward in the directions that they are on the other side, so, actually not that side, but basically just bring them in at the front, and then bring this left one back, and then you can place an upside down stone slab next, and then only on the left side now you can go back with 2 stone and then connect down to the ground. Also, one thing worth mentioning, there is a photo op right about here, but I couldn't fit it because there's the crates here and then there's a skeleton on the crate. I actually think it might be able to work. We'll see once we add the crates, but I'm not 100% positive on that yet. But I know, it's basically there's a skeleton sitting on one of the crates, and you can photo op, your head is the head of the skeleton. I do, again, like I was saying earlier, I do really love the photo ops. I think they're pretty neat. A little bit more of an interactive thing, which is always nice. Especially from a Halloween company. But, well, they are owned by Spencer's, but still. And then what you want to do now is... you want to basically come to the right side here, and you want to bring this row of stone back by 8. And then... on the, give me a moment here, on the 3rd block in on the 2nd row up, so this block right here you want to break. And then you want to leave a 1 block gap going right from that, and you want to place a 1 block painting, and then leave another 1 block gap and place another 1 block painting. Ideally, they should be all different. These two paintings are the, like, there's a little, Spirit Employee of the Month. That's what this photo op is. Basically, it's Pumpkin Nester, Crypt Keeper, I think. And then you. But, yeah, also I just realized something that I pulled that's so big brain. You'll see in a minute. But what you want to do is you want to come to the, back, actually. And you want to... Okay, how does this work? How does this work? Do I have an image of the back? Kinda. Let me check the inside. Okay. What you want to do is you want to place going left to right or right to left does not matter since, yeah, you have the double wall. You want to place 3 stone, brick block, 2 stone, brick block, 2 stone, brick block, 3 stone. Copy that row one more time. And you want to bring it up with 4 rows of stone. Now, this is going to go higher than this some of the right wall, and you do just want to extend the right wall so it is this height. Not easy to do with this, is it? But yeah, just like that. That's basically your back theme done. I actually really love the way the back theme looks. I think it's definitely great. But, yeah. Then what you want to do is you want to come inside the back theme, and you basically want to place 3 rows of polished diorite slabs here at the back. Moving forward. This is kind of just going to make it so, like, you know, the props, I guess, all have different sections. There's a jumping spur that's, like, here. Caretaker, Harvester of Souls, Wacky, and then Night Stalker. I forgot that for a sec. Then what you want to do is, I believe in the middle 2 only, you want to place a 2x2 paintings between the bricks. Okay, I actually could go without a placeholder on that one. I would make them different. I think there's only those 2. There might be one on the left and the right. I don't 100% remember. I added one on my original, but I don't actually think there is one there. But again, I'm not positive. Then what you want to do is you want to basically come into the ceiling here. And the second row of stone down, not the first one. You want to go left to right or right to left, and it does not matter. You want to place 3... Hang on. I don't think it's 3. 2 upside down smooth stone slabs. 2 upside down waxed weathered cut copper slabs. Give me a second. 5 upside down smooth stone slabs. 2 waxed cut copper slabs, 2 weathered cut copper slabs that are upside down, and then 2 upside down smooth stone slabs. And I do want to do that in both rows. They should be upside down, they should be on the second row down, again. And then what I did is you want to come to the top and where you have your waxed weathered cut copper slabs. This is only if you're in bedrock this will work. You want to place light blocks above your waxed weathered cut copper slabs, and then above everything else, above the upside down smooth stone slabs, you just want to place normal stone. This makes it, if you go to the underside, you can see here, it makes it so these have light emitting from them, but none of the others do. There are actually lights up here. I don't know if they light up or not. I'm not positive on that. Let me turn on the lights because it's dark. And, a dark room plus a bright TV is not a good combo. But, yeah, I swear I'm not scared. I'm making spirit. I swear I'm not scared. But, yeah. And then what you actually want to do is you want to place a row of stone slabs as upward diagonally out from this top row of stone on the top section of the factory. If you have the old model and the ceiling is shorter, then you can just place this as upside down stone slabs, because I know it will not fit. But yeah, just like that. There it is. Looks pretty good. Now, what I would do is I would come to the back side momentarily, and you want to basically, at this first row of brick, you want to place 3 stone moving up and then a stone slab. Or no, 4 stone and then a stone slab, sorry. And then you want to bring the bottom stone back 2, and then go up 3, forward 1, and then bring the stone slab back by 2. That's just another little photo op thing where it's like a window. This should not connect to this wall, for the record. If you don't want this, you do not have to add it, because obviously for space reasons. And then there's a shelf there, which I will add later if I remember. That's going to be a weird one to remember. But, yeah. Just remember there's a shelf there, and it's the same as the shelf that will go along the back wall, which I will remember. Guarantees. Alright. What you want to do is you want to come to the right side again of this back theme. And what you want to do is you want to place from the front block, you want to place a polished diorite slab. Going right. Bring it back diagonally to the right by 2. Back 3. And then back diagonally to the left by 2. That is a block off. I know that. But then you want to fill in the center of this in with polished diorite slabs. It's supposed to be a block off. I actually don't know why I did it that way. You can make it level if you'd like. But, yeah. I honestly think that out of all the themes with, like, where the props are, I think that this part specifically, I think the back theme has the better props in general. But, granted, I do own 2 from the front theme. Both returning props, actually. It returned Nightcrawler and Pete. Because I got Ophelia from the back theme, which I'll talk about later more once we actually get to the prop making. But what you want to do is you want to come to the left side now, and from this front block you want to place 2 polished diorite slabs moving left. Back diagonally to the left with a polished diorite slab, and then connect back. Fill in the center with diorite slabs. Also, some of these, or a good amount of these slabs will be destroyed for the props. That is fine. It's just good to have them laid out, though. And then at this part, what you want to do is you want to actually get rid of any material except for your paintings, and you want to get out spruce wood planks. And what you want to do is on the second diorite slab, you want to replace it, and you want to break it and replace it with a spruce wood plank. And then you can't actually break this stone and have a photo op here. This is where the photo op is. I don't know why I didn't add it, to be honest. You then want to bring that spruce wood plank back by 2, and then bring those back 2 up by 1 each. Upward diagonally backward from that top spruce wood plank, you do want to place a painting. And then leaving I think 1 block gap moving back, you want to place another 1 block painting. And then on this other wall, you do want to place it 1 block away from the wall. Just like that. I don't actually remember what these are. The other ones I do. The 2 in the theme are screens. The 2 over there are the Employee of the Month ones. I don't remember what these are. I don't know. I feel like they're blueprints for some reason, but I know that's wrong. There are actually blueprints, though. I don't know if this will be at all stores. I'm going to assume yes, because I don't know why they make this specifically a flagship exclusive. But there are like a bunch of posters that you can actually buy. It's the blueprint posters. Also, random, but they had so many headless jacks. He's basically a static prop, and they had like 30 of, or not 30, but like they had, I think, like at least 7 or 8 of him. They had 4 Mr. Darks, and that was the most of an actual animatronic, but they had like 8 of the headless jack, and I was like, why so many? Where did this guy come from? But yeah, once you've done that is actually your themes done. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the props, and then the shelves, and then we are done, which actually is kind of a lot of work, because the props are, I guess they're fairly easy, but yeah. Actually, if you remember the last year how I made the certain props that are returning, you could totally add them if you want right now. Although, obviously, I will show you how to make them. But, yeah, or you can take your own crack at it. I know mine don't look the greatest, and that is a given fact. You cannot tell me otherwise. But, yeah, mine aren't the greatest, so if you do want to make your own, that is definitely okay, and I definitely encourage you to do that. But I will show you mine. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to come to the front of the store, which I actually already am at, and you want to come to the archway. We're going to do all 4 props, I think, at once. We'll have the inventory space for. You want to get out, though, to start. Gray wool. Oak fence. Smooth stone slabs. Ender dragon, or dragon head. Sorry, it's just called dragon head. Light gray wool. That's not light gray wool. I don't know why I grabbed lime. That's kind of dumb. I'm thinking of the next block, which is lime terracotta. That's not all. That's also wrong. It should be lime. I just grabbed yellow for whatever reason. Black wool. And the one that I pronounce different every single time, the skeleton skull. I had to say it different. I guess I'll just like say whether I like the prop also while we're going through this, because debates. What you want to do though is you want to come to the left side and you want to come to this inner wax slab or this copper slab, and you want to break and replace it with a gray wool. Bring the gray wool up by 1, forward with an oak fence, right with an oak fence, up with a smooth stone slab. That's like his scythe. Come back to the gray wool and bring it up with an additional gray wool and then a dragon head. I actually really like Baphomet, although he's overpriced as frick. He's $300. My Ace is more worth it. Then what you want to do is you want to come to the other side and in the same spot, basically, although it's kind of like, I guess, inverted. You want to break that slab again and place a gray wool, light gray wool, lime terracotta, and then dragon head. Not sure how I like Mr. Howell. He looks very cool and he's huge, but I don't really like his face. It looks a little bit awkward to me. Then what you want to do is actually on both sides, you want to place behind this inner stone, you want to place a black wool and then bring it upward diagonally inward by 1 and forward with a skeleton skull. I made them exactly the same because they're both black cloaked figures with white faces. And I didn't feel like making them any different. Hauntress, I really like. I own her. Ghostface is okay. Alright. Now let's actually move to the Shorty and Sam theme, shall we? So what you want to do is you want to get out yellow wool, skeleton skull. We're actually going to do the left side of the... Actually, I think left side will work. We'll see. We'll see the materials that we get. We're going to do one side of this theme, though, or at least some of it. The front theme. Orange wool. Pumpkin. Carved pumpkin, sorry, not just normal pumpkin. Or you could, I guess, use a backward Steve head if you really wanted. Stone. White wool. Red wool. Black wool. Light blue terracotta. And that's actually all the inventory space you have. We also need zombie head, cyan wool, light gray wool, Steve head, and I guess if you really want item frame with broken music disc and also wooden axe. That is for Buzzsaw. You don't actually need to add those. I think they look stupid, but I added them anyways. What you want to do for this theme is you want to basically at the back, more so back side of it, although like the middle 3, you want to come to the back block of that, and you want to bring this up with, I think it's 3 or 2. 3 or 2. Let me check. Go all the way to the back. 2 yellow wool and then a skeleton skull. At the front block of the 3, you want to place orange wool with a carved pumpkin on it. That is Sam and Shorty. Shorty actually looks okay. Shorty's okay, Sam is okay as well. I'm not huge on licensed props sometimes. Alright, let me go back to the front theme pictures. And we're going to start with these. Alright, so at this far front, actually you want to come kind of this corner right here of polished diorite slabs. You want to break it and replace it with a stone. White wool on top, skeleton skull. Kind of curved towards the middle a little bit. Beetlejuice is okay. He doesn't look amazing, but he doesn't look terrible either. And then directly up against the chains here at this middle row, it's going to be the middle row on all of them. You want to break this diorite slab and replace it with a black wool. Bring it up with a red wool and then a skeleton skull. I do really like Henry Hustle. I think he might be a little bit faulty though, which is unfortunate because he's a great prop. He has a vertical Man's Possessed friend mech, which might be concerning because I don't know if that will be able to hold the vertical weight. What you want to do this time is on top of this middle slab, you want to place a red wool. Bring it forward with a skeleton skull. Bring the red wool back with a black wool and then up with a white wool. Harriet is okay. The only thing I don't really like about her is her laugh, but her face looks decent. And then directly behind the area, you want to place a light blue terracotta. Clear inventory, get out a zombie head, and place the zombie head on that light blue terracotta. And you can break this slab and replace it with a lever, just to have like the stick that Punctured Pete has if you want. It's up to you. I really do like Punctured Pete. He's such a simple concept, yet he's just so cool, in my opinion. What you want to get out now is, I think we actually might be able to overlap to the other side now, but you want to get out cyan wool, light gray wool, Steve head, and I would actually use levers for his arms. I didn't for any of the others, and I don't really know why. But his arms like are big too. Yeah, I think he might be the best prop of the year. I will say that right now. Well, I guess I don't know. Mr. Dark might be better. Black wool. This is what you also need, by the way, for the other side. Black banners, which is a new one. Where are banners? There they are. Smooth quartz. Block, sorry. Skeleton skull. I had to say it different again. And literally just stone. And if you want, you can place little pumpkins on the conveyor belt on that side if you'd like. But what you want to do is you want to leave a 1 block at moving back from Pete, and you want to break the diorite slab and replace it with a cyan wool, bring it up with a light gray wool, and then a Steve head, and then you can place a lever either side. Yeah, Buzzsaw I think is one of the best of the year. He looks amazing, and he's such like a simple concept, but I feel like a lot of people could not like him because his lines are cheesy, but I really like his lines. Coming to the other side, going front to back again, you want to basically break the 2 polished diorite slabs, not directly in front of the first conveyor belt area, but the second row. You want to break them and replace them with stone. I really actually like the Pennywise sewer thing as well. It looks great, and its pop-up is pretty good. It's definitely a scary prop. 1 block at moving back, and then on this one, directly in the middle of this wide coffin, you want to break up the slab, replace it with a smooth quartz block. Bring that smooth quartz block up by 1, and place a skeleton skull. Grim has some unique movements, but he isn't anything, like, amazing in my opinion. He is still really cool, though. Next section, you want to place black wool on top of the slab this time. It should be forward diagonally, I guess, left from that coffin, and then you want to bring that technically left by 1. Place banners front and back of it, or left and right of it, and then place a Steve head on its front face. I guess I'll base this off the way that you're looking at them. Nightcrawler. Favorite of last year, probably the favorite of my collection. Close between him and Underworld. And maybe Maestro, even. But, yeah. Now, what you want to do is you want to clear inventory again and get out. Give me a moment. This is going to be a weird one, but a barrel. Black wool. Skeleton skull. I said it normal. That's a step. Light gray terracotta. I know that's a random one, but you'll see why. Blue wool. Steve head. I could just call it a head, because it technically is literally just head. Give me a moment. Gray wool. Black wool. Grab it, please. No, grab it. Oh, I already have it. Never mind. That's why it's not grabbing it. That would make sense. So you don't actually need it. Never mind. Pink wool. And I guess we shall go with... Yes, actually that works. Magenta wool. So what you want to do is you want to come to the left side. I guess the left side of the theme. And what you want to do is you want to place... In front of the photo op, I would place a barrel facing, I think, forward. I guess towards the front of the theme. Let me find it first. Yeah, I placed it facing towards the front of the theme. Then what you want to do is basically 2 blocks away from the back, you can place a black wool, and you can either just place a skeleton skull directly on that black wool, or what I did is I brought this black wool forward diagonally, I guess technically, yeah, I'll say forward diagonally to the right by 1, up 2, forward diagonally to the right by 1, up 1, skeleton skull. Oh yeah, also experiment number 4 is neat, although it isn't really much interesting. Mr. Dark is absolutely insane. He's like 3.5 feet tall, and then he jumps to 9 feet. That's ridiculous. That's like professional level. He has a scissor mech as well, which if you don't know animatronic stuff very well, that's like a professional mechanism for a spirit company, and for only $250. Techie is interesting. Moors, they look bad, but for spirit, they are absolutely incredible. Between him and nobody else. Headless Jack is them, but he's not anything too interesting to me. what you want to do now is you want to come to this area. Basically, you have the 3 rows of stone. You want to come to the middle of this. You want to place a light gray terracotta moving up, blue wool, Steve head. If you'd like, you can place, like, I guess either left and right of the blue wool, left and right of his head. You can place, like, a structure void or something along the wall and then place an oak sign, or a spruce sign, since he has the, like, the bar behind him. Night Stalker is okay. He has some, weird things about him. Like, I don't know why his arms are dislodged, but I think he's pretty neat in general. Although not one I'd buy. Next up, since these don't have 1 block centers, it doesn't really matter where. I'd actually go more towards, Night Stalker, but you want to break the polished diorite slab and replace it with a gray wool. Bring that gray wool up by 1 and then place a skeleton skull. Preferably curled or turned a little bit towards the center. Caretaker. He was one of my favorites of the year, but his face does not look that good in person. Although it's still a neat concept. Next up, everyone's favorite. What you want to do is, again, I would do it more towards Wacky this time, which is back. You want to place 3 black wool moving up. And then a skeleton skull, which I would also break into the floor for that again. Then place a pink wool in front of that middle black wool, and then a head facing towards Harvester's body. It's going to kind of curl a little bit, so... Did I get it? Yes, I did. Harvester's Souls is very cool. Still love him. Probably the best from last... Maybe second best. He was definitely one of the best last year, though. What you want to do is then in the middle of this section, you want to break the diorite slab and replace it with a magenta wool. Bring it up with a black wool, skeleton skull. Good old Wacky. Wacky's actually pretty neat, although not one I'd buy. He's just kind of there, I guess. And then, do we actually have the materials for the other section? We do. Do we? No, we're missing 1. Of course we are. So what you want to do is you do want to come to this side, and basically in between the photo op and the first painting, you want to break that diorite, first polished diorite slab. The first one against the wall, and you want to place it with a black wool and bring it up with a skeleton skull. Then bring the black wool forward to the magenta wool, and then place a normal Steve head on top of that. This is Ophelia. Ophelia is too short, but other than that, I think that she's an amazing prop. Although mine came without a control box. I got it at Flagship. It's not supposed to ship for another 4 weeks either, but mine doesn't have a control box or screws or an adapter. I have an extra adapter. Screws you can just buy at the hardware store, but control box can't really replace that. I did email Dr. Zombie though, but they haven't gotten back. But it just kind of sucks. But my still works, which is good. And then what you want to do is get rid of any block except for your Steve head and replace it with a white wool. And then what you want to do is, in between the other 2 photos and at this middle row of slab, you want to place 2 white wool moving up, place a Steve head on top, Steve head sticking out of that block. Steve head sticking forward from that top block as well. Evelyn Leach, one of the creepiest props of the year. I feel like she's one of the only props that isn't a jump scare prop that is generally creepy. Or genuinely creepy. I don't know, they executed her very well in my opinion. But yeah, that is all the props laid out. Favorite of the year probably goes to Mr. Dark. I think Ophelia is a close second. Evelyn Leach, I'd say probably Buzzsaw's second. Ophelia's third. Evelyn Leach is fourth. Baphomet is fifth. And I think that's my top 5. I will make a list on Decoration Dudes probably again this year. Once the online onlys come out for sale. But now, for the shelves, what you want to do is you want to get out polished black stone stairs. Let me check. I forgot what the front counter is because that's kind of important. I don't even think I have a picture of the front counter. I think it's gray concrete. Yeah, I don't. Nice. And stone brick stairs. Now, what you can do now is basically, I would just place along the entire back wall. I place upstone polished black stone stairs facing inward on either side, just like 4 blocks tall or whatever, or facing towards the middle of the build, and then just placing rows in between. I would just place rows facing forward, and then that creates a giant wall. There's a giant shelf wall here in real life, I think, at the back. I remember because we were over there for reasons. I was putting an animatronic box there. Because I didn't want anybody to buy my Maestro or my Ophelia while I went to see if they had a Mr. Dark, which they didn't. I was going to get him, but I don't think I'm going to get him anymore. I'll probably get, I'm probably going to try and get Evelyn Leech and Buzzsaw if he's there on clearance. If not, he'll probably return. Also, you can add the item frames instead if you'd like for him. And then what I do is along this, like the back wall of the stone here, the back wall of the back theme, you can do the same kind of shelf design. I wouldn't go quite to the end. I'd leave like 2 blocks of space just for fun, and then have it 4 blocks tall again. I may not go all the way to the front either. Leave a little bit of space, just so we're not overwhelming people who are jumping through that window. But yeah, and you could add one on this wall too if you'd like. Although that would make a very small alley. And I'd add a little shelf here on the other side of that wall that we were just on, which is why I actually extended this wall a little bit more, so you could add a shelf. And then for front counter, I don't actually remember exactly where it was, but somewhere along the front here, I'd go like maybe in line, or maybe like 1 block over from the front arch. You wanted to place like 3 gray concrete moving back, and then go left with like, I think it was 8. And then you can just place 1 moving forward, and then place a stone brick stair basically every other block. And then what I did was I added like 2 blocks away just a little bit of a 1 block tall shelf that basically has that same look as the other shelves. Just it's only 1 block tall. And I didn't go quite all the way to the end because that does create some space jamming. But yeah, and I think that the shelf is actually another block out. I did leave 3 there, so maybe you could go with 2 and then bring this out an additional block. It's up to you though, just for some more space, because I do remember that they did have a bunch of prop boxes back there. I think that people like held or got, or they like paid for, and then they had them just hold them back, which is good. I do like that they allowed you to do that, because I didn't even know that they did that, because I should have asked them to, because that would have been nice if they would have, you know, held stuff while we went and went to look if they had anything else. Obviously, I probably would have been like, okay, well, I probably would have been only able to hold them there while I look at the stuff. But yeah, I don't know. And then what I did for like this little area here is I just added some more shelves that are like, I'd say leave 4 blocks of space, and I just like three wide rows of blackstone, like 5 blocks apart maybe. And then I'd surround them in upside down polished blackstone stairs, and then basically make it so it is this 4 blocks tall. So bring the polished blackstone up by 3, and then surround it in upside down stairs 3 more times. You know, my voice is dying. At least it didn't die at the start. I'm sorry, what's the hang-on prop there again? They always have a hanging prop, come to think of it. I guess I was going to say they don't have one this year, but Harriet Hustle. Because it was Cocoon Corpse and Tortured Torso in 2019. It was Twisted Tina in 2020. Also Johnny Punk. And then this year it is Harriet. I think all by herself, actually. Alright, I didn't actually put the 4th row on this one. Oops. I don't think there's another hanging prop, is there? No. Because Headless Jack isn't even hanging. Oh, he also isn't set up. Oh yeah, also one more thing. They do have LCDI skeletons up here. So like, if you wanted to take Grim and like, just have like Peekaboo. And maybe another Peekaboo, because I think there's like 2 of them or something. You totally could. And they are for sale. I might actually want to buy one. Although, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the LCDIs. Let me get a drink of water to try and fix whatever my throat is trying to do right now. Much better. Kinda. Yeah, there we go. Much better. But yeah. We'll see. I'll probably buy the squishy tiles and maybe Harriet's cage. I'm not gonna get her, but I do want that cage. And then maybe something else. I would want the conveyor belt if it wasn't 250. But we'll see. I kind of want to see. Here's my plan for buying things. I already have Ophelia. I already have Maestro. You can check them off the list, even though Maestro wasn't on the list. But I found them. Had to buy them. I think Evelyn Leech is going to be my only full price purchase. Inferno Reaper from Home Depot if he lasts till 75%. Buzzsaw if he lasts till 50%. I'm hoping that, because my store is fairly in a random spot, although it was kind of crowded last year. But I'm hoping he'll last till 50, and I can get some squishy tiles, and also the, cage for Harriet. And then I think that'll really be all. So many less than last year, because I got, like, 9 or 10 last year, I think, from Spirit. And then from Spirit this year, I'll only be getting, like, 3 at most. But, yeah. Once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your 2021 Spirit Halloween Flagship Store interior complete. I had an absolute blast at Flagship. Anyone who is a fan of Spirit and is watching this, if you have a chance to go next year, you definitely should go. Because I'm 100% going, unless something comes up, but hopefully nothing will. But yeah, definitely try and come next year because it was an amazing time. I had a great time. Lots of nice people there. Bunch of big YouTubers came. It was amazing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.